Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about why traveling is the most wonderful and fulfilling and happiest thing that you could do for yourself. Preferably traveling solo on your own. I'm currently in Japan, in Kumamoto, which is like south of Japan, surrounded by volcanic terrain. There's volcanoes everywhere. There's like geysers, sulfurs coming out from the ground naturally. So let me show you. So on the left you got some, and on the right. Anyways, this video is about traveling. So the reason why I think that traveling is like the ultimate form of like happiness and fulfillment is because when you travel, you are exposing yourself to a new place that you're not used to. And I don't mean traveling to like another city that's near where you currently live. I'm talking about going to like another country or a place where the terrain is completely different compared to what you're used to. And what traveling does too is that it forces you to get uncomfortable. You're gonna have to figure things out on your own. You may be in a foreign country where you're not speaking the language, so you're gonna have to be able to get around with also the cultural, the rules are different too. You gotta adapt culturally to the different surrounding that you're in. And traveling is also very fun, especially solo, because you can meet so many different people. And when you're traveling alone, you're more vulnerable in the sense that you're more approachable. People will approach you to start conversations. They'll ask where you're from. You also seem very, you're also more reluctant to. You can choose. You can do your own thing. You can make your own little adventures, or you can start your own little group. Find some people that are like-minded like you, and you can start doing your own thing. But traveling gives you wonderful memories and experiences that you can't really get in any other aspect of your life. Like, it's not the same as purchasing a vehicle or owning a house, or those are nice too, but I think that traveling it fills the heart with joy and experiences and memories, as I said, that you can take with you to your grave. And traveling can also make you more creative. You become more optimistic as an individual. You start thinking differently. You become more humble because you introduce yourself to environments that the people that may have less but are happier than the average Joe, right? So there's all these different aspects when you're traveling. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about cultures. You learn a lot about yourself. You also learn new things about yourself, like that you could actually adapt to new situations, that you become more confident as an individual, especially when you do it solo, because you may come across some like potential problems, that you have to deal with on your own. Mommy and daddy's not holding your hand, right? But ask anyone who's traveled, and they would tell you the same thing, that it's so happy, like it's such a happy moment, right? So at the end of the day, you decide what you want to do, but traveling is the best medicine, even for people who are depressed or sad, or if you're unsure of yourself. That is where you really need to travel. Then that's your body, that's your mind telling you need to get out there and go to new places, because the world is your oyster. The world is full of beauty. The world is full of amazing places. And yes, traveling does require money, but you could still travel frugally on a budget if you wanted to, and still get the best experiences ever. And when you travel, don't think about hotels. Don't think about all-inclusive. Don't think about going to all the tourist spots. Try thinking hostels. Try thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to this local village that's in that country. Try thinking like that. Try visiting those types of places. And that's where you'll have the best experiences. That's where you'll have the most amazing experiences ever, compared to just doing like the mainstream activities that everyone else does. And yeah, traveling it just brings wonderful joy, man. I've traveled to quite a few places all over like Asia, Korea, Japan. Okay, just two places, but but I've traveled to other countries as well, but like America. But America feels the same as Canada. It doesn't feel too different because everyone there speaks English. But if you go to like a foreign country and you go out there and you expose yourself to something that you're uncomfortable with, like a new language, people are speaking some foreign language, you have no idea what the hell they're saying. It really opens up doors, man, to opportunity. It really opens up your mind, and it makes you more creative, and it makes you realize that there's more to this world than meets the eye. You know, you won't know what's on the other side of that beach if you don't take a boat and sail, or else you'll always be living in your little box in your closet. And I have a lot of friends, man, who haven't stepped outside of Canada, who haven't stepped outside of America, where they're from. They haven't traveled anywhere, and their mindset is like so closed-minded. They have so many judgments about other people. They stereotype other cultures, they stereotype other people. They're they're always afraid that something bad's gonna happen, all this type of shit. But at the end of the day, man, we make a lot of problems in our head seem a lot bigger than what they really are. And there's no limit to your mind, man. There's no limit to what you can do and what you can achieve. But man, traveling, once you start traveling, it becomes like an addiction. You want to keep doing it over and over and over again. And I'm telling you, man, that no one has more life experience compared to a person who's traveled to many countries. Even if not, people who have lived abroad, who have actually lived in another foreign country. They have the most life experiences to talk about, right? And they have more emotional intelligence, in my opinion. But traveling, man, is amazing. You can make wonderful friends that'll last for life. You can have the happiest moments in your life. It's all a matter of you just taking a step and actually going and doing it. Booking the flights, man. Just do it. And I promise you, you won't regret it at all. And there's no age limit to traveling. You could be 80, 90 years old and still travel, as long as you're able to, as long as you have the mindset. Traveling is amazing, and especially when you try to live like a local, you get the most amazing experiences that is just hard to describe in words unless you actually do it yourself. Because honestly, I wouldn't even have this YouTube channel, I wouldn't be starting this YouTube channel if I didn't live abroad, or I didn't decide to go abroad. I would not have the motivation to do it, because number one, I'm by myself. I'm not surrounded by criticism and people from back home. Number two, I'm in a new environment, which makes me excited to talk about things. It makes me inspired to talk about things. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching.